Hello folks and welcome to Erannorth Reborn. We are in Nereis. This is where we stopped in the previous episode. We just arrived here. There are several challenges that we can do, and let's go a bit briefly in our character sheet. This is our character. We are level 10. We are almost level 11 by a few XP, and I am keeping my level up points to get thievery to 3 and rituals to 3. We will do that after the next level up, but while we're here, now this background is just a render I made, and it's quite easy to change your headquarters image and even have a different one based on which race you play. You just dump it in a folder, and that's about it. So let's go to our library and improve an expertise we already have, and we will be improving thievery. So thievery 3, that's done. We will improve rituals, ritual 2, that's done, and resume our journey. So our level up point for level 11 will go on rituals. Okay, let's go to the map and defeat the Netherborn Slayer. Now, since we are in an easy area, we could switch out of our casual deck and give our sideboard some playtime. So let's check this sideboard deck we have, and I will go to my deck builder, and I'm going to click manage decks and load base. So this is my base deck. We have many Underworld cards. It's mostly Underworld cards. By Underworld I mean the organization. So here we can check. You will note some differences in this panel. It's I'm on the development branch still. That's why you might not have them. 0 means cards that are not in your deck. So instead of clicking here and clicking the not in deck, now it has changed to allies. You can just click this one, which means 0 copies in deck. And this one means 1 copy in deck. So you can check and see which you have 1 copy, and maybe add some more Morgorath if you want. 2 copies, maybe add a third, and 3 plus copies, maybe just remove a few. Okay, and they will show you your entire deck. Now allies will show you just the allies. It's replacing the now redundant not in deck button, which moved up here. Okay, so let's check our organization cards. We can improve the deck we have now by adding Brutalize. So let's add 3 copies of Brutalize, or 2. Irrefutable Offer. We can add 1 Strangulate. It's quite expensive, but worthwhile to level up. We have Garrote, we have Racket. We can drop the depth collectors. Rising Fears can be in. We can drop the mag, which never helped us much. we can see if we have supplies, and if we have supplies, I think we use some Raven form cards. We can add a smuggling ring to run a bit and give us some cards in the stash. And maybe reduce this. Drop blackmail to 1. Get sectors to 3. Drop thrash. We already have thrash. Thrash also has supplies. I always tend to forget that. Okay, and so our new base, it's now this one. We have added the Strangulate, the Brutalize, the Irrefutable Offer, and several other Underworld cards. From Hag we have kept the Raven's form, we have kept Unfettered and Hag's form, which are somewhat element agnostic. So let's upgrade base and take it for a spin. Synergy Grid, 20 damage, this one will die. Unfettered and Brutal Punch. And Madame Ophelia can gain some experience. Also I want to make Madame Ophelia into a Hag, so let's add the Profane Gifts. And I will remove them once we manage to make her Hag. 3 copies, and this one will die sadly. Profane Gift. So notice that now she has 3 types. This update, has removed Protected from the types. She still counts as Protected, but you can now use cards like this, gain type, without worrying that Protected will take one of the 4 type slots. So since she has 3, she's a human, noble and courtesan, we can use Profane Gift. And now she's also a Hag. And she can also produce Hag Claws along with Blackmail, which is awesome. So we have 3 Hags. This one is not a Hag, but she won't be staying long with us anyway. So let's now remove the Profane Gifts. Till we get another ally that we want to make into Hag. Vulnerable. Inevitable vulnerable. Madame Ophelia can gain this skill. Gather intel. We can attack with this one. So if the enemy is bleeding, we will give this inevitable vulnerable. But otherwise we'll give them 10 bleeding. Let's just kill Callisti the kill. Raven's form, let's draw the smuggling ring. We can play it. We can stash this. Attack with Callisti here. Adamophilia. This one. Heal, reactivate. We have got our level and we can now get a few perks. One is notoriety, which we will complete the tree, and it will make our inevitable vulnerable +1, our vulnerable by +3. As long as we have loyalty, enemies will not be immune to vulnerable, and vulnerable enemies lose 3 hit points before they act. All in all, excellent. So let's check our effect modifiers. We can make our enemies lose these DOT effects here. Means that they will lose 5 hit points if they are bewitched, 2 hit points if they are weakened, and 3 hit points if they have vulnerable, which all in all is awesome. What else we can get? Next level we will also get the Crime Lord perk. We will be starting its turn with +2 loyalty, and this will make our notoriety always be able to make enemies vulnerable as long as we don't spend this initial loyalty we get. Okay, next we'll be heading to Summoning Mastery, and here we can pick between Summoning Focus of Dark, Astral or Poison, and the one that we pick will make all the non-that ally cards to lose 5 power, but the that ally cards will gain 10 power and 4 health. I think I will go with Dark, because Dark is the majority of my allies, we can verify that. So let's type, or let's use the filters to help us. Dark and summon greater equal to 1. So we have these 6 hugs that are dark. Does it mean that we have more poison? No. I'll also click here to check our allies in one glance. When which is Astral, Alisa, we have Sahar, Fire, Water, Placeonic, he is Poison. So a bit of everything actually, but since Night Hugs is our major summon at the moment, at this moment if I get it, I would be getting it for Dark Allies. Maybe we can wait on that. It's not like we need it at the moment.
Clearly I'm not ready for that yet.
We consumed the card, so we need to add a card. That was a smuggling ring that we consumed. And maybe we can try out the Vampire Noble. Orcs or are all. That's a great card to have in anyway. Okay. Shuffle. And this is the Netherborn Slayer. He shouldn't be much of a trouble, especially after we start him in the inevitable vulnerables. You can also affect him normally, so quite easy. So now that we got this nice +3 vulnerable, our Night Hags became even better, and their combat morale, now at a potential of 11, they can affect a target if they are 11 level or less, that's equal to my level. Madame Ophelia's card potential for her morale is 16 because she has a +5 penetrate. So basically it's the rules as you know them, but the morale card counts as level 0. Okay. Blood Surge. Daggers of Darkness. We can get Daggers of Darkness. Can also stash the Red Rose. Or get Rejuvenation. I think I would get the Daggers of Darkness and return. Okay, next we have Meredith, also green. We have Poison Affinity, but we are playing with our base deck, so that's that too. Okay, let's start with Cripple, Blackmail, play an Associate, exhaust an ally or gain Fatigue 2. So we can exhaust an ally or we'll get Fatigue 2. And then we can reactivate as a synergy an ally. I think I can exhaust this one and reactivate Madame Ophelia. Let's put a tithe. So this caused us also to discard some cards, which is unfortunate, but what can we do? Shake down. He will die. Vulnerable and weakened together can now deal damage, and Madame Ophelia can attack him. Renew his Bewitch. Blackmail. Now we can spend 2 loyalty and play Irrefutable Offer. So the enemy will either join us or die. And the next action that we will play, one of these two, will get the 5 XP. So this one has a control 22 and will make them henchmen right away once we control them, or this will destroy them and give us 5 loyalty in return. But it needs to have 25 hit points or less. Okay, so let's use it on the Mystic. He decided to join us, great. Let's grab gather intel, unfettered, three. So with the bleeding will die. Buff some defend and attack here. Can use that right away. Blackmail. And she joined us too. Madame Ophelia is probably one of the strongest allies you can get. Absolutely worth the perk investment to get here. Let's use our Hag's form. We can hit this guy too. So, attack, 19. Minus 20, dead. Inevitable, vulnerable. We can attack this one with Callisti and Scuffle here. Brutalize. Minus 30. Stats. Inventory. We also have several things that we can sell, but at Nereis we don't have access to the town, so we can't really do that. So will join us, alright, and we'll now use her to kill her friends. Fireworks. Multicast 3. If the enemy is vulnerable, we get 1 confidence and stun them, and then we give them vulnerable. Stone Skin is a nice defensive ability, but you will be getting fatigue. Hypnotic Presence needs grace. And Vine Barrier doesn't need anything, and it's a great defensive card. You create 4 of these barriers, you get a defend 4. Just a defend 4, not one for each of the 4 barriers you summon. And each one of them has a vine lass, which we can't use because earth is not our thing. So I will just get a fireworks stars. Okay, we can go for Meridia. Let's use Pesula Arigus, Mucus Noxious. And now this is a multicast 5 Hug Claw. Nice. 37, 37, 37. So we also gave them a 37. They can't fight back because, you know, they are frozen. So only this one will survive and we can attack here with Meridia. They are all dead. Something we miscalculated this guy. Okay. They are still frozen, so. Blackmail. Let's use the Orimona here. Thras. So we have 19. 19 here. 2, 2. Let's add the synergy grid to grid 7. Grid 10. Gather intel. $20. Let's give this one a rose. Stun this one or try to. This one is a Lazar. His power is 25. Yeah, I will just grab this for later and pass. So he will take 30. We can make a nice packet of damage here, like with Madame Ophelia. Transform. -3. We can't trigger it, he has defensive stance. So let's attack. Blackmail. I don't think we will be having a problem, but let's do some outdoor activities. Our lifespan. Gather wood. So we can rest for 8 hours. And I will just use campfire on me. Continue to the next node. Power lifespan. Heal synergy burn and immune fire. Meridia is level 15, we can affect here with our claws. We can also give her inevitable vulnerable 7 with strangulate. Let's play thick hide. We can freeze this one. Let's see if we can bewitch here. No. $23. I want anything this. I will play one reveal self, another claw. The status effect is 103 hit points. So let's let her have them. And I will let her die. Earthquake, multicast 5, weaken 5, double and earth damage. And we have Logan, which is great against lycanthropes and so on. and Helga. This can reactivate lycanthrope allies. I think I will get Earthquake and go for Carcass. We can we have a little plague-born spider of our own. Desert lizard. Well, let's just throw this, it's not like we can use it. Ulnir Vassal, Dwarf Elossar. Ah, Sender, Lycanthrope Sender. So he's the only Elossar. Now we can control him. Controlling enemies is a great way to just be done with it and remove them from combat. It also gives nice experience doing that. Dagger pick. So we have lots of stuff that we can sell when we get to the next town. But in the meantime, destroy number 25. Thras. Stun him. Reactivate target ally and they gain a power of +6. We can use it on Ophelia. Reactivate. Let's also attack him. And we have Kargath, which he is level 15, which means we can affect him with our hack claws and weaken him to a point where we might be able to control him. Let's use cripple here. 23. Kargath will make a fine addition to our team, so let's blackmail him. We know his dirty secrets, and we'll get a Potentilla Grisianus. Return to the world map. So we finished with Nereis, and now that we have Kargath in our team, I'm tempted to actually try the Morgorath challenge. I mean, Hag is quite strong and we are quite strong, so let's give it a shot. Well, as you can see, there are some pretty tough enemies in here, like the Goblin Archer. Let's start with those that we might be able to control, like this one. We can fail. She's not immune, but the potential is low, so that will work. Let's use thick hide. Till 14 lifespan. Let's give Kargath some lifespan. He can attack the Goblin. Right click grid. We have fatigue 1, but I think we can afford to play 4 and 7, 4 and 6. Let's kill him with our Serpent Folk. And we got a level, which is awesome. Because for one we got the Crime Lord perk. We start each turn with +2 loyalty, weakened enemies lose 3 hit points before they act. Summon limit I think doesn't help us much, and we gain the Crime Lord ring, which rallies Handman and gives loyalty. What I want to do now is go to my race and get our ultimate perk. Will be Morrigan, but Morrigan's hair is also a good start. Now it changes the Coven rule similar to Aradia's Gospel. So your defend value becomes 0 and you get -1 fatigue. Then for each which you exhaust you gain +1 defend instead of +2 and +2 empower instead of +1. Each which you exhausted has a 50% chance to remain active. You get fatigue normally for each witch you didn't exhaust, and our hacks are witches. Your minimum deck requirements increases by +10, so we will go to a deck of 45 cards. You draw +1 cards, Dark Poison and Astral increases by +3, Light Resistance decreases by 4, so we go to 11, but we get all this cool stuff. And it's a requirement in order to become the next Morrigan, so we want that. That's on level 16, so plenty of time to gather the level up points that we need. And let's check.
Clearly, I'm not ready for that
We
yet.
need 10 more cards, okay. So we can add some more copies of the cards that we already have. This is not our main deck anyway. Let's go and check what we have. 1 copies. Can add 1 strangulate, 3 blackmails. Check what we have. 2 copies. Rising fear, brutal punch, survive the street, brutal lies, and slashing, piercing, bludgeoning. We can always add thrash, it's a good safe choice. And I think I will just do that. Okay, so 45 cards. And we are still playing with our base deck. Okay, things are pretty tough here too. We can freeze one, the toughest. So let's back. Hex form. Blackmail. Back with Kargath. Give me inevitable. Vulnerable. Multicast. Venom. Briskas Puppet. Yeah, I will get this. And I will get Briskas Puppet. And we will be reactivating no, first I will use Mandrella Radix. We already have fatigue. We'll attack here. Use this on my Naga infantry. I will use this on Madame Ophelia. Okay. Let's add the Mucus Noxious, the Mandrella Radix, to my filter of healing. We can get a meditate 4, which translates to restore 15 action points. Before we do that, this one will die. This one is the most dangerous one. Okay, so die. Will die. This one we can cripple a bit more. Give him an inevitable vulnerable. Herbs first. Synergy freeze. And that's it. Okay, so far so good. We have loyalty, so vulnerable will affect anyone, even if they are otherwise immune to it. Let's add unfettered Marubium to our clothes and put this tool first. Kargath gets some lifespan. Multicast, Venom. Inevitable vulnerable. Let's get one more Hux close. Use it here. Six. Okay, these guys hit a lot. Let's use the blue darling. Delayed fills. This will stop any further counter attacks. We can kill this one with Kargath. Draw. He's immune to weaken. Let's try this one. Blackmail. Venom. Brisca's Puppet. And let's set a camp. Rest for 8 hours. Can also craft poisons and explosives. Okay, so this is it. I think if we had all this hard time to get to this point, probably we can camp once more with this. Gather wood, stas, back, set a camp. We don't have rations, that's why we can't camp properly. But I think we can manage. He isn't that scared. He's level 19. We can affect him. Yes, he has very good physical resistances, but with this retinue, he's not much of a threat, I would dare to say. But weaken doesn't work. This one could weaken. Herbalist lifespan 4, powerful. Let's play Thras. Make him an offer he can't refuse. Hugs close, unfettered, hugs close. I don't think we'll be using that. Doom weaken, yes, we can use that. Defend, we can use that. And a zombie. Doom weaken, okay. Okay, let's add synergy double. Synergy damage, synergy fury. Or use this first. Use this second. Inevitable vulnerable. Inevitable vulnerable if he has bleeding. We can now use our satchel. Get a minus strain. Synergy venom. Now as long as we have playing cards with ignore synergy, this one will trigger them though. We should have started with Xora Arol. So it's okay. I'll use it. As long as we have loyalty, he's not immune to vulnerable. That doesn't mean that we can bypass the necessity of a potential. We can't affect him without the proper potential. Let's get another hack close. Give it fury. We will need the defense. This guy can provide. We can attack with this one. This one. Raven Swarm. Okay, and we are 38. Let's grab this. Mandrella Radix. Racket. Mandrella Radix. Hug's Claw. He's entangled, but that doesn't mean we are out of the blue. Defend 8. We can get that defend. Hug's close. And he dies. Yes, Morgorath the Destroyer got destroyed. And we can grab the Den of Vices, which can make a nice hideout for us. We also have Malice, Yorick and Mahal. No, I think Den of Vices is what I will be getting. And I will be stashing that for now. Return to the world map. So, at this point, we can access Nereis, because we have now friends in high places. I mean, we defeated Morgorath for them. And I will stop recording now. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will be seeing you next time. Have a good night. Bye bye.